Welcome to Culture Junkies Live. Junkies, I'm Kenshiro. This is the Great Atakuji. This is GQ. That is.
Mega
And over
Sean.
there is.
Black screen.
A black screen?
Oh, buttons
what?
aren't working.
There you go.
That button isn't working?
What did it do?
I don't know.
What?
It went to.
You have to switch to himself somehow.
Yeah, you're going to have to switch to himself somehow, I guess. Simon Says is over there in the corner. Go ahead and talk.
I'm here.
He is here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I promise you. He's here. Yes. In any case, I got a question for you guys. Welcome. We got a really good show, Crimson Desert. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the Lanterns trailer and a bunch of other things. First, how's everybody's weekend? Do anything interesting? You started Resident Evil Requiem, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Great game.
But you're playing it on your Twitch, not yet.
Yeah,
But you're playing it on the PlayStation. No,
Yeah.
no camera, nothing. He wanted to eschew any because he's been having technical difficulties. It's always something with his computer every time, and he always calls me up like, "Hey, Ken,
Master Race?
yeah,
Question
Master
mark?
race my ass.
Yeah, it is. I prefer consoles for 3 reasons. Reason number 1, you get what you pay for, which is usually good, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Number 2, you don't have technical issues in that same aspect. You
At
pop
all.
the game in, it's going to work.
Mhm.
So that was why, because I could have done it through the cloud play with
Mhm.
the PS5 to PlayStation, but no, I'm just gonna play it through. And plus, it's a short game. If it was 13, 14 hours, then I'd probably do it through the PC. But 7, 8 hours, I'll just keep it pushing.
Yeah. This nothing wrong with that. Marcus A64, what's up to you? What's up to Mark Cooper? Hello, my friend. How are you doing? There was some news. So tell us about the game a little bit.
So
Visually, it looks great.
visually it's great. The interaction in the game is also great. I am not a first person.
I thought you can change it. They said you can change it to third person.
Carol, would you let me talk?
Oh, because you said I'm not a third person. That wouldn't even been in my wheelhouse.
Well,
If you could change it,
did I say I'm not a first person or I'm not a third person?
you're not a
Said
first
you're not a
person.
first person.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But I wanted to play the game as it's meant to be played. So when you're playing as the young lady, it's in first person to add more suspense, more fear, more horror, which it does. When you're playing as Leon, it's third person and he's John Wick, for all intents and purposes. So in regards to the young lady, without me, spoiling anything, when you turn to run, like if you turn too fast, she stumbles.
What?
It is the embodiment of a white woman
In a horror movie.
in a horror film.
Yo, I remember the part that I tuned in on. He was like, you were saying something, and she started asking questions. You was like, what are you asking questions for?
I mean, she that is the embodiment of a white woman in a horror movie. And which was why I just wanted to play it as it was meant to be played for her as the first person, because her and Leon is night and day. This isn't Claire. This
Right.
isn't Ada Wong. This isn't Sivia. What was her name? Shiva. No, this, and the wild thing is she's an FBI agent, but is
she more
doing
like an analyst than an
everything.
agent?
Yeah, but is doing everything you would expect her character to do. The game is fantastic. In the limited 2 hours that I played, that's a fantastic game.
So it's a short game, I heard, though, right?
Yes, I believe some people beat it in 2 to 3, but then I think they said 7 to 8, maybe 10.
Wait a minute, 2 to 3 hours?
2.5, actually. I believe somebody beat it in 2.5.
Speed run already?
This was a couple of days ago, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, look, people got jobs. Sometimes you got to get through this stuff as fast as possible. I wish I can do that.
Wow.
Games
Yeah,
that
That's
fast.
crazy.
Because she's oh man, like it's playing like that as her it's a phenomenal experience, because it's like, oh yeah, like yeah, this is how I would imagine this character would be. Or if you watch a movie and they doing dumb stuff, like, oh okay, stumbling and like, so there was this part where you have to move this cart. You had to move this cart, so I'm moving the cart, and the first time I just got to move the cart, and then something falls off, and then this 12-foot demon get to crawling on the wall, and I ended up like getting my head ate So I was like, all right, I can't do that again. But, I'm just trying to figure the game out. So the second time, I'm just moving the cart ever so quietly. And then once I get it to where I need to get it to, in my haste, I move a little fast. The thing falls off. But this time I know, so I throw a little distraction. But fantastic. Fantastic game.
I look forward to playing it in 2020.
Good.
if that.
Yeah,
if
but
that.
phenomenal.
If it's $20 by then,
Sure.
if I still got to go through 6, 7, 8, and if I do want to still play Revelations 1, Revelations 2, by the time $20, all you guys bought it all, and then when everybody's done playing it, and then they sell it back to the
But
stores.
another 100 games is going to come out in that time.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to get them.
Doesn't mean what?
I'm going to get them.
That's exactly what that means. Because they'll be $20 at some point as well.
Yes.
By the time he gets to them, all of them will be remade again.
There you go.
It's a possibility, but you can't say it because I did. Like I said, I played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before they got remade.
Exactly. That was
And
20 years ago.
I didn't play 6.
That was 20 years ago.
Yes.
So are you planning on playing the remakes?
Yeah.
I'm playing. Look,
I already know.
it's Grand Theft Auto 4 right now, then 5, and then I might just go through 6, 7, and 8.
Speak about that. How's that going?
Oh, the Grand Theft
GTA
Auto
4.
4 is great, except for there's a few things that irritate me about that game. Number one is that you die fast, and what I mean by that, somebody can be hiding around a corner, and you come in and you're trying to target that guy, but you target somebody all the way down there, and by the time you try to get off the target, that guy done shot you twice, and you're dead.
Hiding
shotguns are
behind
for.
the corner.
Yeah, I ran through the doorway. Okay, so imagine.
You're playing. This is CJ, right? You're playing the CJ, right?
playing-
This is Nico.
That's
Like
Nico
Nico Bellic.
Oh yeah, Nico Bellic. I was the Baba Yaga with Nico.
Yeah, with
Bellic.
Nico,
Right?
you
That's
can
my
be
guy.
if you know what's going on. Because it was this one where you had to snipe these people. It was a meetup, right? You had the mafia meetup. And these people, man, they're not honorable. You go to a meetup, you go to a sit down, man, you're not supposed to be doing stuff like that. Number two, why you only show up with 3 people? They got 12. You got 3. You should have had 20 people hiding in the rafters.
I watched you streaming that, and you missed what Gordon told Tim Blake. Check the corners, rookie.
Yeah, well, that's what happened because he was like, go in there and find the guy. So I was running in the building after I took everybody else, running in the building, and then that guy, it was one down there. I'm sitting there trying to shoot him and target him. The fucker is right next to me, and I'm like, okay, don't lock on. Too late.
Again, the thing about Grand Theft Auto, you have to be ruthless and merciless. You have to kill everything that moves.
Exactly.
So when you walk into a room, 270 degrees, I want fire laid down.
I want my grenades. I like just
I
chucking a
understand
grenade through a friggin' door and just blowing them up, man. That right there is satisfying.
Also, what's up to Patrick Perez? He said it earlier, light brights with the mics, my darknesses are back.
Yeah.
So,
it was on the light skin
I
shows last
assume-
week. Light skins?
I assume he is referring to the 3 of us because
Yeah.
we were not here last week.
Nope.
He said, where were we? My man here had,
I was in New York.
he was in New York. He was doing his thing. He got partially snowed in.
I'll explain that later, but that
Yeah.
was their blizzard.
Wait a minute. They live on the coast. They don't know how to handle a blizzard?
Certain parts of New York don't know. Peasant magic.
That's wild. And Megan Sean and I went to the Pistons versus OKC game, and it was a disappointment.
Why they won?
It was a disappointment because it wasn't what it should have been.
Should have been a blowout. They lost to Cleveland yesterday.
They decided to
Cleveland's good,
sit half their team.
Not good enough.
Oh, so you mean those new rules of superstars that don't play basketball, but they get paid to play basketball, but they barely ever play? Oh,
Decided to sit.
sucks to be a ticket holder then, because back in the Jordan era, Jordan played all the games.
That's right.
Kobe Bryant played all the
Like
Yeah.
Kobe played all the
We
games.
played
too.
all the games. That's right. This era is soft for that.
Oh.
This era is soft for that. Anyway, so that's where we were last week. But I had a question for y'all too. This is somewhat related to single player games on PC. So did you guys hear the news that Sony is pulling back from making ports of their single player games to PC? Like they're not going to do it anymore. Like they did it for Horizon.
games.
They did it for Spider-Man. They did it for Spider-Man 2.
God of War.
But God of War. And so, but they're not going to do it anymore because they said the PC players just ain't buying them. And of course, there's, Xbot fans that are on like saying, "Oh, well, they're surrendering so much money." The amount of money they made on those single player ports amounted to like 1% of their income. So they were expending so much money making these ports, and people weren't
I'm
buying.
going to tell you number one why. There's two things. First off, and one thing just dropped recently, and I think I have to agree with it, and I'll get to that. Number two, it's because they weren't dropping them at the same time.
Right.
They're old. And most
Right.
people who are PC gamers, not all, most people, they don't play games based on what they want to play. They play the games based on what everybody else is playing. And that's something that's been coming out because they can track what is being played.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of PC gamers are not playing games that are fun because nobody else is playing them. So those are the things that are more than likely the problem. And Sony, unfortunately, is not going to be able to change that because they want to focus on the PlayStation before they focus on anybody else.
I've always found that weird because, I mean, obviously Steam has a shit ton of games available to play. Varying levels of quality, some of them of questionable nature because, you know, anything goes practically on Steam.
Man, listen.
They got some wacky games on Steam.
Yeah, the SK got some crazy games on Steam. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We know that PC players usually get caught up in playing first-person shooters, live service games.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I saw a game on there
on Steam, right?
Adolf Hitler was being beat to death by 4 bustful blonde women. And I was like, how? Who said yes to this?
They can.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Steam is a distributor.
Yeah.
You don't have to really.
Exactly.
It's back in the days of like freeware and stuff like that. In a sense,
Yeah.
that's how a lot of PC games used to get passed around.
Yeah.
But Steam allows you to do that because it's okay as long as you get it up there and out there, somebody will play it.
It was $4.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. But no, so it brought up the topic of the recent news about what happened at Xbox. Phil Spencer retiring, Sarah Bond resigning essentially in protest, and this new AI person coming in. And now all of a sudden, Sarah Bond is being blamed for y'all remember that everything's an Xbox campaign that they did?
Yeah.
A lot of the people that worked at Microsoft said that was disastrous. Like, they thought that was terrible. It diluted the Xbox brand because now they're like, if everything's an Xbox, then you don't need to buy an Xbox, which is exactly what we called out like a couple years ago 100%. When they came out with that thing. We said, this is dumb.
Yeah.
This is dumb. So the Xbox are complaining that Sony is trying to reestablish, saying that console exclusivity is important. They're like, oh, well, if Xbox had done that, then Xbox would be alive. Well, duh.
Xbox probably would have been really dominant had they took whatever properties that are just theirs and held them just on Xbox.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%. Because, like, it's just weird when you think about suits, right? They get into these positions of power, but it seems like they don't play video games. Because if you played the stuff, we were there. Though we weren't in control, we were what was given to us, NES.
Actually, pardon, hold that thought. I'll be right back.
To fix it. The NES, SNES, or the war, the real war, Sega versus Nintendo. They had exclusives. Yep. Both sides had exclusives, and even then, because of the power differences between the two, you had certain games that looked different and better, like Mortal Kombat. Well, I won't say Mortal Kombat 1. Because Mortal Kombat 2 on Super Nintendo was better on the Super Nintendo, whereas Mortal Kombat 1 was better. Even though it didn't look or sound as better, it was still better on the Genesis.
Yeah.
Or Earthworm Jim, for whatever reason. I don't know the difference with that, but I only played the Genesis one, and everybody I talked to said Earthworm Jim was better on the Genesis. But game systems look the same nowadays, right? So if they look the same, you got to have your exclusives. Yeah. You don't have your freaking exclusives, what's the point? Like, the only reason why I got an Xbox is, first off, because I could. And then second off is because it was backwards compatible. That is important to me. I'm sorry. Somebody who has a lot of games, even though I have all the Xboxes still hooked up, it's because one Xbox is not enough. If it was enough, I wouldn't need it. The 360, not all the games can play on the 360 unless I, jailbreak it. So I have to have the original one. Not all the games that are 360 can play on the Series X. So I have to have the 360. And not even just that, some of the downloadable games. But, yeah, Microsoft definitely shot themselves in the foot. and people think this is going to be a big win for Sony. I think this is going to kind of kill Sony too, because you can't just have one player out there and be like everything is, as they say, copacetic. Because when monopolies just happen, people get what's the word? Lazy.
Well, you need competition.
You got to have competition to drive innovation. And if Sony's just out there doing what Sony does and is putting out, games, I don't really think the next generation is going to be like, if it's going to be PlayStation versus PC, like, why even bother?
Well, no, you also have the fact that Microsoft has a history of shooting themselves in the foot with each new system, because from when they moved from the original OG Xbox to the 360, they dropped the original Xbox like it was just a redheaded stepchild. They literally just like, oh, we got a new system. We ain't making nothing else for that system. It's like it's almost like they just treat it as if it didn't exist. I'm like, hold on now. You had a whole group of people that supported this original thing because you guys were new to the game. And yes, the 360 was a great system, but to just drop the Xbox as if it didn't exist was like, okay, now you pissed a lot of people off. Yeah. Then you move from the 360 to the first Xbox One, and it's just like, oh yeah, well, if you can't afford an Xbox, got a system for them, the 360. It's like,
that was so dumb.
It's like,
Phil Spencer said that. I couldn't believe he said that.
It's like, how did you still have a job after saying that at a press conference or whatever it was?
And then never mind the whole you got to have a Connect. And it's got to all be connected to the internet.
They went through too much stuff with that too, like acting as if the Connect was its own special thing. You had to have it, and then 3-4 months later, oh yeah, so we're coming out with a system that doesn't have the Connect. It's like all right. But then, like you said, the Xbox Everywhere thing was like, okay, so in other words, you're telling me I don't even need to buy an Xbox to play your games. That is a mistake, no matter how you frame it, because it's like, okay, so basically you're saying your system is worthless to me.
Yeah,
because it's worthless to you.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like I have no reason to buy an Xbox if I can play your games on my computer at any time. That's where I think Sony was like, we kind of need to keep our stuff on our stuff. Mm-hmm. But I think with the PC prices and the RAM prices and the hard drive prices rising, that's going to be an interesting thing coming up next. Because like whenever these new systems are going to drop, PCs are still obviously going to still be PCs, but it's getting more expensive to build them. Right. A lot of people that need to upgrade probably are sitting on what they have for right now.
Yeah, here's about to get worse.
Yeah, this generation is like I'll never forget that picture you shared of the SSD drive for the PlayStation. 2 terabyte SSD drive that you're supposed to put in. Normally that thing was like $200, I think, when it first came out. That shit was going for $1,000.
Yeah,
ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely right.
Makes no sense. Did we get Simon Says back?
We did get Simon Says back.
So you've been sitting for a while. What you got to say?
Oh my gosh!
Light bright, God,
light bright.
Turn that down, light bright.
Wow,
he's a ghost over there.
We're gonna let him fix his light over there. Man, wow.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, we're blind. We're blind.
We can actually see.
Much better. I was blinded too. For Marcus Pryor, he was like partially right, because like when I saw the Scalebound, I was like, "Dog, that game looks sweet." And then they canceled that shit. I was like, "What are y'all doing?" But it was kind of like not their fault, but it was also with the developers, because it was a Japanese developer that was working on the game, and they could come to terms with what they wanted. So that's the reason why the game was kind of like pretty much dead in the water.
Scalebound?
Yeah, Scalebound. Yeah.
All right.
It is interesting. So, honestly, that whole Xbox thing, just I'll never understand why they chose to do that to themselves. What?
100%. Do you think about what DVD? Maybe I was going to say DVD player, because Blu-ray, most people that I know, their Blu-ray player is the PlayStation, and it has been since the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say DVD player. Do you even know when you bought a DVD player, you more than likely went to the store and says, that DVD player looks nice. You didn't, because you could play your movies on anywhere. And I think they were thinking in that aspect that it doesn't matter about the device you play it on. It matters about the games you sell, because a lot of companies lose money on the hardware, and it has been like that for ages, where they don't really make anything on the hardware, so they're going off of the game sales. And I think somebody who is supposedly one of those suits who's supposedly financially savvy or whatever they do, and they look at all the economics of their business, it's like, you know what, if we sell the games and we're selling this amount of games and we're making money on the games and we're losing money on here, why don't we just put the games wherever they need to be? Because personally, I would like games to be more like how movies are. If I buy a license, and look, they're saying I'm not owning the game, I own the license. If I own the license for a video game, I should be able to play it on any fucking thing I want. So if I bought the game and it's Resident Evil 11, who cares? I'm going to use that as an example. By the time I get to play when I'm 67 years old, I will should be able to just put it anywhere. If I buy the license, that should give me a key to download it on my PC if I want, because it's a license to play the game. But they chop it all up and say it's a different device. And I think Microsoft was trying to move away from that, where you buy the game, you have the license to play it wherever you want, that idea, where Sony was like, no, you only can play it on this. And I'm tired of you can only play it on this, because how many times are you going to keep re-releasing shit? Like,
as many as are needed.
and that's what goes on.
Because that's how they make money.
Well,
Go ahead, Simon.
Well, here's the thing. So, if you really think about it, they actually did have they still own Rare. If you guys remember that,
Yeah.
they still own. At one point, they actually had the rights to BioWare. BioWare was part of Sony, Microsoft for a hot minute.
Yeah.
So was Bungie. I don't know how they couldn't hold on to those two companies, but it just didn't make any sense to me, because like they released a couple of good games on Xbox, the KOTOR and then Mass Effect. The first one was exclusive on Xbox.
I can tell you, I think I can answer this, and you guys back me up or tell me I'm wrong. Part of the problem with BioWare specifically, the first game that they did, I'm trying to remember, was it Mass Effect that they did? No, not. There was a big game that BioWare did that everybody loved. It was either Jade Empire or something like that.
Or Jade Empire.
Yeah, but Jade Empire came after KOTOR, though, I thought.
Oh, it came before.
Oh, yeah.
You sure?
The first Jade, no, Jade Empire came, and then KOTOR came shortly after.
KOTOR came first,
So
and then they made Jade, 'cause it was
BioWare
based off
made
the same
KOTOR,
engine.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I think Dido was right. KOTOR was first, then they did Jade Empire, and Jade Empire kind of flopped, and they didn't like it.
Yeah.
When Microsoft
I
saw
had
that
Jade
BioWare did not create a sustainable second IP beyond Star Wars, they stopped investing in them. When Bungie, they made Halo and they ran that into the ground, but it stopped being special. They didn't have any other IP beyond that, and Microsoft didn't develop in them. They saw what Activision was doing. They saw all these other publishers are doing, and they coveted what other people had. So instead of investing in their own, they just went to buy somebody else. That's what I think happened.
That's what they did with a lot of stuff, Microsoft. If you're talking about Microsoft, they just kept buying. Don't they own Activision?
Yeah.
And what's that other big one? Said Bethesda. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the other one. It's like they have the tool. They're like Thanos in the Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, they were adding all of them on, or Disney. You can say it like that, except for they were not using it in the same way as what I'm getting at. Because had it been me, had I been in charge, no Bethesda, no BioWare, no Rare, because Nintendo managed to get games that Rare made for them back on the Switch, because Microsoft was like, yeah, that's fine. I'd have been like, no, well, maybe for that. You just have to pay me for like GoldenEye. But they could have had the gaming third party or what have you, it would be first party or second party, locked down.
Mm-hmm.
Sony would have to rely on their first party stuff and their companies, because Call of Duty, that would have been Microsoft. Could you imagine Call of Duty? Because that's Activision, from my understanding. Boom, it's gone. It's only, you want to play Call of Duty, Xbox only. That right there would have hurt.
No, it
Sony
definitely would have, but
a
they would
lot.
have potentially run into antitrust laws being a monopoly at that point by buying up every single third party.
Maybe, but I wouldn't call it a monopoly, because you always got other third parties out there. There's always more. Because like, if somebody bows out of the business, bows out of the business, like Microsoft is supposedly doing, not making any more consoles, would Sony be a monopoly? I don't think so. They'll be the only console maker, because nobody else is making consoles. Everybody makes.
Nintendo is.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
I was about to say, I'm like, wow.
I don't know. I literally forgot about them because do you think that Nintendo's competition? I don't think so.
Nintendo is always going to be competition because the Switch is still the most accessible system out of all of them.
Is, but out of everybody sitting here,
Mario,
when's the last time you played your Switch?
And
2 weeks ago.
Okay, when's the last time you played your Switch?
It would have been for that my original Switch. I guess because I don't have the Switch too. I guess the last time I played the Switch was probably a month ago.
Right, when's the last time you played? Oh, you don't have a Switch. When's
My
the last
kids
time
do.
you played your Switch?
My kids do.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, out of the grown
He's like
folks,
Well, I mean, but that's because it's not necessarily a grown system.
you could say that, but there is a lot of grown folk games on the Switch that people. You know how Steam? You say you Steam.
Yeah.
They got games like that on the Switch. People don't know about it. Switch got a lot of freaking
Well,
games.
that's just a little.
There's a game that I really want to play. I haven't played it. It's called Doki Doki Panic. Not Doki Doki Panic, sorry. Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah, you know about Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah.
I've seen that before. Yeah,
I played it on the PC first. And I want to replay it because I bought it on the Switch. And I want to replay it. But the Switch has adult games on it, 100%. I mean, Resident Evil 9 was on the Switch too. On the Switch. And everybody's saying, wow, it looks phenomenal. Doesn't look as good as the PS5 Pro. PS5. I think they say it's kind of on par.
You got to stop listening to the internet.
No, I was just looking at it.
I'm saying that game don't look. There ain't no way.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I don't need to see it. I saw what I played yesterday.
I know
ain't no way.
you saw. I was watching the hair textures because they have a hair mode
Mhm.
that gives you strands or whatnot. And it looks really good on PlayStation 5. You playing on Pro or PlayStation 5?
PlayStation 5.
Yeah. And they say it looks real good. And the Switch 2 doesn't have the strand modes, but it has a lot of stuff now. It doesn't have the reflection, doesn't do ray tracing, all that other stuff. But I was looking at comparison videos, and it's good, and it runs at 60
for
frames
sure.
per
For some
second.
people, that is good enough. For
I won't
for
be
a
getting
lot
it
of
on the Switch
people
because it's a
are-
game card. I don't want to get the game
Oh,
cards.
but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I think the Monopoly talk is a great subject for another day because
Yeah.
that actually feeds into the other thing that happened last week with Netflix bowing out and Paramount getting it. We got to talk about that, but that takes a much deeper dive. We can get into that another time.
By the time we talk about it, we're going to find that Paramount's not going to be able to do it either.
And that's
Yeah,
also going to be part of the
No,
discussion.
look,
Anyway.
government's not going to stop them. We got the most.
No. Just Paramount as far
It's
as
not
money.
about that. They're just not going to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
How? We'll get into
It's
that.
a long
Yeah.
discussion.
I like to
It's a
know.
long discussion. Crimson Desert is supposed to come out in a couple of weeks. I know it's a game that this man over here is very eagerly.
For sure.
Amarak is as well.
I'm not going to have time.
You're going to be busy.
Yeah, he's busy already. Congratulations to him, by the way.
Congratulations, Amarak.
He's girl dad for the first time. So congratulations to him. Mrs. Amarak had a healthy baby girl. And they're
All I can
doing
say
all right.
is if you don't invite us all down, time for her to have her first date. Bad Boys 2
So
setup on that, whatever that young man comes through,
this is
hell to pay.
so Junkies. I have to tell you, this is my fault. He's never let me live it down.
Nope.
That I prevented. I didn't
Had
let
two
that happen.
opportunities to do it, too.
2 opportunities to do it. Didn't let him do it with my daughters. We wanted to recreate that scene, and it was it just didn't work. Anyway,
Bro, you did the fear of God would have been put into any boy that came over that house. It's like she had 7 uncles basically.
yeah.
Bro, that would have been the sickest. I'd have called this man, that man. This would have been
Yeah. It'd have
Big
been
Pimp and
something
J
else.
at the time. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
But no.
But no, Crimson Desert looks like a very ambitious game. For all intents and purposes, it looks beautiful. It's an open world sandbox RPG.
Not an RPG.
It's got RPG elements.
If the person made it said it ain't no RPG, it ain't no RPG.
Okay, that's fine.
Mama call him Clay. I'ma call him Clay.
but that's fine.
Yeah.
Here's my thing with it. Visually, it looks great. Looks like you can do a whole lot. What's the point of this game?
What type of question is that?
The point of
What is
any
the-
game
what
is
is
to
the-
have fun.
Okay, so here's my thing. What question for you, Mister? Yes, for you.
Not for me.
For you. What made The Witcher 3 the greatest game of all time to you?
I allowed myself to be immersed in the action and in the story.
And the story. Thank you. What the fuck is the story of this game?
It ain't came out yet. I don't know.
Wouldn't most trailers already for games of this nature
I
kind of already have something like
I
that?
didn't know what I was getting into when I was playing The Witcher.
No.
Final Fantasy, every Final Fantasy game you
This
see
ain't
has
Final
something
Fantasy.
like that. The Elder Scrolls has had something like that.
I don't know what the story of
Skyrim
Elder
has.
Scrolls is.
I
don't know
trailers.
I don't know the story of Skyrim.
A trailer.
These trailers.
I ain't never got no video game based on this is the story trailer. I need the graphics to be where they are. I need the combat to be what it is. I need him to be able to travel these 8 different ways. I need to be able to ride this dragon. I need frame rates not to drop. I need there to be some 200-foot what do they call them? What do they call King Kong and them? Titans or no,
Kaiju.
The kaiju.
Yeah.
I need that to happen. The last thing for example, when I beat Elden Ring, you know what I could care less about? The story.
The fuck is Souls like? No one cares about that.
Exactly. So
But Crimson Desert isn't a Souls like.
I'm saying the point of it is you said, what's the point? If you don't care about the story in Souls games, why does the story matter in this game?
Because this isn't being sold as a Souls game.
It's being sold as a game.
It's being sold as a single player adventure.
Right. So you get out there and you have your adventure.
Let me put it to you this way. The greatest selling game over 3 console generations trailer didn't give you any story, and that was Grand Theft Auto 5.
No. You did get some
No,
story
you don't.
with
you don't. Every single Grand Theft Auto trailer just gives you
a movie.
yeah, exactly, like a movie. They give you a little bit of sequences, a little bit of scenes. You know it's about to be chaos. The game sells. Game trailers do not need to be They not need to be story driven like movie trailers do.
You can ride a dragon. They say it takes, if you do it on foot, it takes 6 hours in real time to get it from one end of the place to the other. That's all I need to know.
That's like No Man's Sky.
Oh,
so wait.
It is.
So wait.
It is.
So the reason I said is this game too much. So you're saying if this game is 99% action, whatever,
I don't care.
and it's 1% story, you're good with that.
That's what
You're not going to put it in the same class. The Witcher 4. If you would expect something where you're getting ready to be serious and stuff like that, if it was 99% action, 1% story, would that be good to you?
I didn't play I knew nothing about The Witcher. All I knew was that it was being told and being what's the word they use, taunted as a great game.
Mm-hmm.
So I started playing it and it was a great game. But if the action was trash, it would not have been a great game. As long as this game does what it says it's supposed to do and all these Herculean feats, it's taken them 7 years. Yeah. And I'm sure there is a story, but as this man always says, you give away too damn much during the trailer. They ain't giving nothing away.
All you gotta do is give the bare minimum.
The bare
we
minimum.
Got that.
I don't need the bare
We've been
minimum.
making this for 7 years.
Yeah.
Look at what we've done over the last 7 years.
Yeah.
They've done so well thus far that people believe they're doing too much. That's all the trailer I need.
Look, based on everything you said, based on a trailer that just came out a few months ago, tell me what the story of the new Wolverine.
I'm buying it.
Hack slash.
That's what I'm getting at.
Trailer.
That's what I'm getting at.
Because it doesn't matter because you're getting the game.
That's what I'm getting.
What's that one? June something? June 6th or something like
September,
that?
man. That's right, like a week for our birthdays.
Oh, well.
Bought.
Either way,
our birthdays, you know we getting it.
that game is going to be bought, but November 19th, everything stops.
Oh, sure, GTA 6. I get.
Because
No, I get
6 drops.
I get that.
Unless this game is
okay.
what this. I mean, because obviously GTA 6, yes, but unless this game, if they're doing half of what they say is going to happen,
Okay.
this game's going to be impeccable. And we started the year off right with this Resident Evil because that game is phenomenal. But if they're anywhere close to what they're promising, listen.
Okay.
Here's the story. I'm a man. I got to take over the world. I got to level up. That's all I need.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
all I
So
need.
wait,
Yeah,
that 007 First Light.
That's James Bond, though. Dude.
I mean,
that's always been
story-driven. I mean, that'll be fun for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not this. No one's thinking, they're not going to be able to pull that off because everybody said, oh, it's Hitman. polished over.
The
right?
way, okay, let me try and maybe this doesn't matter. But
Listen,
this is the way
I
I'm
know what it
looking
is.
at
You acting real different. You come here with this polo shirt on.
Oh no.
He got the horse on the shirt. Now you want to be different.
My thing is the game looks visually great.
Correct.
Right? For my purposes, and just for my feeling of it, I want to have something to sink my teeth into, like The Witcher 3.
Right.
But my fear is if this game is so light on story and it's just a sandbox, you can do whatever. It's not gonna hold my attention because I'm just gonna get bored doing the same stuff over and over.
No, but it wouldn't be the same stuff. Have you rode a dragon for 20 minutes one way, skydove off of the dragon, landed on top of a one-eyed colossus, split him in two, and then took 2 women back to your harem? No, you haven't done that yet.
How do you know you can do that in this game?
Because you can do anything in the game.
Interesting.
Is that what they said?
I don't know.
Simon says what you got.
Well, no, it's from what I'm looking at, if I'm not mistaken, but I think the crew that did this game did the other one called Black Desert.
Yes.
And I played a little bit of it, and it didn't catch my attention because it was just like chaos. I mean, it's a game that it's an RPG. It's like a MMO, to be honest with you. Because when I first started playing it, it was like you created your character. You could have been like a sorcerer, archer, or whatnot. So you had like different archetypes to go through the game. However, I'm not sure if this game is the same as that because it's the same company, same developers. But however, looks like your only character is like one particular like mercenary. It's not like you can't pick the other character. I haven't seen much of it. I've seen a little bit of gameplay, but not like where it's like, oh yeah, let's show you how to create your character or not. So I just got like somebody was like jumped into the game and started, waylating on people and shit like that.
Wait. Crimson Desert is not MMO. Black Desert was.
Right.
So.
It's a single player game. Yeah.
My question to Simon though is, do you play GTA?
No, I have not played.
There you go. It's a whole different. It's a whole
Translation.
different mindset.
He don't know either because the game ain't came out yet. Too ambitious. Let it happen.
It's a whole different mindset.
I just want to see.
Listen, this ain't gonna be cyberpunk, okay? You want your story? Go back and play Cyberpunk. Just because they tore old Space Mountain down, don't you be bothered. Let us have our chaos and have our fun. The man's riding dragons. You can fish. You can do 1,000 things.
Reference.
What? He doesn't?
I thought he tore
Might not
Space
remember
Mountain
it.
down.
Well, what?
I was like, they tore Space
He thought
Mountain
they really tore Space Mountain down.
But they did.
Yeah, they did.
But they did.
Did they? Oh, well.
They did.
Yeah,
But they did.
You don't remember when that guy was it Jay Farrell?
Jay Farrell.
No,
when he was talking.
I don't remember those two when they were going back and forth.
Yeah, but that was what that conversation.
Yes.
And he told him, don't be mad.
That they
tore
tore
old Space Mountain down.
Listen, man, there was
I remember
nothing
that
better
now.
than that promo.
And I believe
That
he
promo
said
was
the oldest ride, longest
line.
line. There we go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there was no
That's
greater
my
promo.
line.
Yeah, there's no greater promo.
I got to
That
fight
shit
my
will ma-
barber. What happened? Wait,
That
what?
shit will make me
What
laugh
happened now?
all the damn time.
What did my barber do? Wait, I'm confused.
Don't pay him no attention, man.
I ain't together. I ain't fresh.
So I don't know. I
Patrick?
think it really is. It's a battle of the mindset of whether you like GTA style fun chaos, do whatever you want or not.
But even that still has a story.
See, look,
I don't know.
Snafu agrees with me.
Okay.
I don't know where you guys get it. When I see a gameplay of a video game trailer, the gameplay is what pulls me in, and then the story comes later. Because if there is a story to said game, most people don't get pulled into it because of the story. Like you said, Grand Theft Auto. You don't know any of the stories of Grand Theft Auto until you jump into it. You didn't know that CJ was coming back because his mama got killed in a drive-by shooting, and you back there to try to make sure that the neighborhood stay green.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I
didn't know that.
Well, not even just. What?
No. Uncle Blurred. Hold up a second. Well, Uncle Blurred says it's the Witcher 3 fusion dance with Skyrim and a Potaro earring with the bouncer.
Hello.
Just by saying the bouncer alone
Is the bouncer bad?
should make you.
I enjoyed
The
the
bouncer.
I
Is it
enjoyed
bad?
the bouncer.
You don't remember the bouncer?
Ragdoll
I
effects.
remember 100%.
The combat
I
was
have
in.
it.
I had a good time. I enjoyed
I'm
the bouncer.
asking, was it bad? Because I don't recall it being bad. I recall it not doing what
The trailer originally.
Yeah, the expectations of what people
Didn't
had.
have sideburns. Listen, I don't. This chiseled jawline didn't have sideburns. You know what? Somebody get me some more light.
Go ahead, Simon Says. What
Yeah,
were you
go
going to
ahead,
say? I'm sorry.
Damn it. Y'all made me forget what I was going to say. But no, actually, no. I take that back. So Dido, when have we ever seen gameplay for up-and-coming games other than just the CG animation? Because, like,
A lot of times that's how it was. That's all you got.
But I'm saying, it's like every iteration of, like, new release games, they only show now. We're only getting just like the CG animation. We're not even getting gameplay. That's all we're getting. However, there might be like maybe tidbits maybe of the gameplay or whatnot. But is it in-game gameplay or is it just like something that they scrapped together and called the gameplay? Because they did that with Anthem and that fucked everything up.
And listen,
Well, they say this is in-game play.
that's what they say. And it's all PC. That was the other thing some people are a little bit concerned about is that it's showing nothing but PC game footage, nothing running on a console. Which that doesn't mean much to me. But never forget Cyberpunk and what happened with that. Because that was all PC footage too.
Right.
And then when it came out on consoles, that
broke.
shit was trash.
It was broke. Yeah.
Right? So that's all. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so Snafu says it's been playable at events like PAX last year.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at it as the game is just going to be the game. That's really all there is to it. Grand Theft Auto 3, the main character didn't even talk.
No, he didn't.
So it's
He didn't.
like
You just did a bunch of missions. You know,
that's
and
what I'm saying.
literally-
And the game was fun and chaos. And the first thing anybody did, it made a game out of running from the cops. And how many stars can you get? That was always a game in and of itself.
Yeah.
So I enjoy games that let you do what you want to do. And story can be the story, but it's like realistically, in my Grand Theft Auto, I'm making my own story.
And for $60, $70, whatever the price of this game gonna be, give me Too Ambitious. Like, hey man, we shot for the moon. We didn't make it. Hey, I appreciate your effort.
But what if it is a modern day bouncer where it overpromises and underdelivers?
That didn't do that for me. I enjoyed playing. I enjoyed the bouncer.
Came out? Again?
I don't know, old enough to have a good time.
I would have to
17,
say,
18, right?
yeah, he would have to been around that.
That game was great. The game looked great. The combat was great. They had the ragdoll effects. You knock somebody in,
You have to also
slide
remember,
down the stairs.
we got the privilege of seeing the bouncer earlier than most people, and it's true, like, what they really wanted to do with it version. And it was, yes, we saw that it under-delivered on what they promised, but the game itself was okay.
Yeah,
It just was not going to live up to that insane promise that
But
they
that's
gave.
what they did with the Division. Now you talking about disappointment. When they showed that Division trailer and all this PC footage, to your point, and then the game come out.
Well, hell, it's like even like that PS.
was a
It's like that one PS3 Killzone when they had that.
yeah.
that ridiculous
Now,
promise.
that was a travesty.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
man.
It's like y'all are promising like, you
Misleading.
cannot do that. Now, what actually ended up basically living up to that was Metal Gear Solid 4.
True.
Yeah. So companies have done it. I mean, I enjoy Too Ambitious. Try at least. Like, hey man, it didn't work
agreed.
out. Now, if it's an Anthem situation to where you sell us this, all of this, and it under delivers 100%, then that's a different situation. But I knew Anthem was going to be bad. I remember telling everybody, this game, I don't feel that way, but who knows?
Yeah, Patrick Perez is right. He's saying that all Final Fantasy games have done that, where they basically sell it off of the CG trailer. But Final Fantasy also sells on its name.
You watching that trailer for that Karen game?
Yes.
That's how they got me.
Yeah.
That's how they got me. That I seen that CGI Final Fantasy thing. I done went to the first store.
Oh,
I
you
could
talking about
find.
Final Fantasy 7 now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I bought that, and they got these polygon elbows.
I'm trying
Take
to
this
tell him.
back
I'm trying
now.
to tell him that he
I
would
don't
love Final Fantasy Remake.
Oh, remake is great.
Yeah,
Remake is great.
I
Remake
would
is
love
not
that
what
game.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe y'all,
Yeah.
but I've got a list.
I know you got to
I
put it
got a
on the list. I'm telling you.
I got just
Put it on the
GTA,
list.
Put it on the
Crimson
list.
Desert, 007, Tomb Raider. I got that.
Put it on the list.
You got
How many hours is it?
Oh, Final Fantasy is long.
It
No,
depends.
well,
It depends.
Because it's not even
It
finished yet.
depends.
It's
If
not
you
even
do
finished
side
yet.
missions, then you could probably run through it.
No, the game is long. Dude.
It's a long game.
What does I need? How long? 13, 14, 20
No,
hours?
that's-
Well,
No,
are you talking about part 1 or part 2? Because they still haven't
Right,
made
right.
part 3.
Remake
About
is just one.
40,
that's
50.
just
No,
one
I'm
game.
talking about
40,
Final
50,
Fantasy
60.
7.
Yeah, 40,
Yeah, that's
50,
what I'm saying. Final Fantasy 7 is broken up
remake.
into 3
Yes.
individual releases.
Correct.
Remake,
Remake, rebirth, and then I have
Whatever
no
comes
idea what the
next.
last one's going to be.
So what's the how long is the first one?
How long is remake? It's
Yeah.
like at least 30, 40 hours.
40, 50.
Yeah, that ain't getting on my list.
Do it, dude.
It's
I'm telling
90.
you, you're
You
gonna love it.
talking about 90 hours of gameplay?
Hey, man, listen.
Here's the thing.
Listen,
I
I,
don't even
I got
take
it
up-
physical. I will let you borrow it.
That's gonna take up right. But again, if I gotta work, I gotta eat.
No, yeah, I
That's
understand.
90 hours
You don't
for
have to
one
do it
game?
straight through.
Yeah, man.
Not only that,
I'm
I
telling
don't-
you.
I don't even like RPGs, and I play that game.
Exactly.
That game is
that should
good.
tell you something.
That game is that good.
It's
Like,
good.
The only other RPG I ever played was KOTOR.
Is it better than Expedition 33?
What is Expedition 33?
Oh, that Claire Obscure?
Yeah.
Yes, from the standpoint that you do everything. There's no menu thing or anything like. No, you do everything. The hacking and the slashing, the casting, the magic, you do it all.
Yeah.
There is no menu.
That's the only
doing
reason I even play the game, because it's action.
Yeah.
And you
RPG.
like it.
Yeah. Yes.
I went through the first
I'm
part.
telling you.
I mean,
the
I like
first
the
part of it.
original.
That's what I'm
Final
telling
Fantasy
you.
Right, but
VII,
he's different than y'all. I told you, this is the man that in GTA he gonna kill the hookers and take his money back. so if he's saying that the game is solid action wise, not to dispute y'all, but
but you gonna trust his word over mine,
it's
right?
still 30 hours though.
Yeah, it's a long game.
It's a worthy 30 hours. I'm telling you. Anyway, I digress.
On the PC.
No, it's on PlayStation.
It's on PC as well.
Is it on
Yeah,
PC now?
it should be on
Yeah,
PC.
it's on both.
I mean, if I'm gonna play it, I might as well play it at its best.
Sure. Yeah.
you know,
Okay. Yeah.
before
sure.
they turn the faucet off over there at Sony.
Well,
Oh,
it's
well,
square.
yeah.
It's square.
It's square.
654. Oh my God.
654 what?
Hours.
On
Man, that's someone doing way too much. Hell no.
He said 90 hours. He said that's chump hours. He's at 654. Oh, that's No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's
Oh,
Sky.
okay.
Oh, wow.
I got in late 24. Great Caesar's Ghost.
Yeah, whatever. Don't worry about
PC, Patrick. Yeah.
that. Yeah,
I'll
don't worry
stream it.
about that.
Yeah,
but-
remake says 32 hours main story, but if you want main, an extra 41 hours, and the completion is 86.
Uh-huh.
And then for the second game,
Probably
Probably the
second game is
Rebirth
doubling
48, 91, 165.
Yeah, remake is even long. I mean, Rebirth
165.
Rebirth is
If
much
you're trying
longer.
to complete,
Yeah,
That's the-
if you're
that's
doing
the
completion, like,
PlayStation
you doing
Platinum
everything.
trophies.
yeah, if you're
Yeah,
trying
I
to
know.
Yeah, you're trying to do everything.
It's
Yeah.
almost like they took the original game, and each disc is a new
It's its own
game, or it's
game.
its own game now. And
Yeah.
they expanded on it
Yeah.
and made it great.
Which is great.
I need to hit the lottery
It's
to
great,
sit down
bro.
and knock out something like that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's great, man. I'm telling you.
Sheesh.
Anyway, I had another question for y'all. I know I've been full of questions today. So my daughter decided that, have y'all watched that Batman Aztec thing that they did like last year, I think, or something like that? Anybody get around to watching that?
Not on purpose.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Okay, so it was an original Batman animated Elseworlds story, basically telling the story of Batman, but he's in it's from the ancient Aztec civilization. Batman and Aztec
Was he a
civilization.
millionaire Aztec?
No, I don't even think it's that.
Did
But
his daddy get killed by another?
something of that,
Aztecian-
something of
They
that
pulled
nature,
out his
I
heart
don't
and kicked him down in, like in what was the name of that? Not Political. What was
Yeah.
that movie?
Apocalypto.
Apocalypto.
Yeah, something like
Those
that.
are the
I don't
Mayans,
remember.
though, I thought.
But I asked that to say I had zero interest in watching this thing. And it just made me think about how DC animation, for the most part, had fallen off, even since the end of the New 52 era. What is, in you guys' estimation, the worst DC animation movie we've ever got?
That's easy. The one that just came out, that when it was 2 parts and nobody liked.
Crisis on Infinite Earth.
My
That was
God.
it was three.
3 parts.
It's
Flush
3 parts.
Flush it down the toilet. That
Watch
was
that one.
oh.
Crisis on Infinite Earth.
You might have saw the first one that they did.
Is that the one where the
Crisis
war
on Two Earths?
between it was like alternate Earth and then Diana and Arthur were warring? Is that
No,
No,
that's
that's-
Flashpoint
that's-
Paradox.
I was Flash?
That's actually one of the
That's
better ones.
Throne of Atlantis.
Yeah,
Like
No,
they
no,
were
That's Flashpoint Paradox.
Oh, you're right.
they
That's
they
Flashpoint, yeah.
they were kicking the patootie out of Marvel and still are
Animation.
from an animation
Yeah.
standpoint.
Mhm.
like Marvel didn't even belong in the same genre, the same sector. But that
Crisis on Infinite Earths was bad, bro.
Well, you got
even as a cartoon,
Yes, it was
Marvel.
bad.
Marvel only really released like 2 or 3 movies. Though they did that Avengers Confidential, Punisher, and Black Widow or whatever it was
Which actually
called.
was really good.
And then they did like maybe one other thing. Then they had a couple of one-offs.
They had
they
Planet
had-
Hulk.
anime.
No,
was
no,
bad too.
they did have Planet Hulk.
But
Hulk
this,
versus
but that
Thor and
was
all that stuff
08, wasn't it?
Yeah.
08, 09?
What?
When that Planet Hulk, because I saw that at Comic-Con in 08.
Yeah.
When they
yeah.
showed the Hulk and Wolverine versus the Hulk, like
Yeah.
they had it,
Those were the
and
greatest.
then they
Marvel
were just
ones.
like,
Hulk versus ones were great.
Live
Once
action.
once the MCU became a thing, that wasn't their
Bingo.
priority. They were like,
bingo.
they're like, we're making money where the money
If they
is
could
made.
just make all the Marvel ones like those whole versus ones, those things were excellent.
It's a breezy, but yeah.
Excellent. But no, getting back to it. So, would you say Crisis on Infinite Earths 2, or would you got another one?
I say they started going downhill once they came out with Batman Bad Blood.
Oh.
Batman
Okay.
Bad Blood and Arkham Assault
the
on
worst one
Arkham
to you?
Hell to Pay.
Was that the worst one to you?
Bad Blood was just bad because it was a bad Batman movie. Batman was the king of the animation. All the Batman releases, starting with Red Hood, were top notch. And then Bad Blood came around. It's like, this is kind of weak.
Okay.
If I should watch them just so I can understand.
No. Watch it because I watched it
do.
the other day when I was working on that order. Like
Yeah,
I watched
do.
it again just to watch it, but it was just like coming from Red Hood, it's very hard. Red Hood sets the bar way up here. You
No,
can-
Red Hood was probably
great.
one of the best ones, and I remember that. But I kind of fell off when they started getting bad, so I don't even know because you guys would say like Batman Ninja. You said don't watch it. I think I fell asleep on
Watch it just to say you watched it, but I personally didn't like it because, like I said, we all grew up with the animated series, so we know how good Batman can be. So it's like when you have a Batman-led movie, especially animated, I expect a certain level of like competency, and if it's not there, no. And
It's the one with Bronze Tiger when it was like kind of
Oh,
in the
Batman
70s.
Soul of the Dragon.
that was good.
Yeah, that one was pretty
That's
good.
the last one I watched.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was
Wait, so
was
you haven't
solid.
seen Ninja Turtles?
No, I watched that one.
Yeah,
But
Batman
that was,
Batman vs. Turtles.
Is that
good,
before
too.
when they started getting old? I mean, bad?
No. This
was
Batman vs.
mixed in.
Turtles came in after
it was
these
mixed
things
in.
were bad, but it
Because
was
Shredder
good.
was giving it to
Oh, hell
Batman.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shredder
Yeah, I
was
saw
whooping his
that
ass at first.
Simon Says, you got one?
Yeah, like I said, it was the Crisis on Infinite Earths for me too.
Okay.
Though the Hush one was kind of weird. It's like
It
they
was.
switched it. They switched it up.
Changed so much, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
did.
changed a lot. And then, oh yeah, and the Long Halloween, I was disappointed in that one too.
The Long Halloween actually wasn't that bad to me. It seemed like it was pretty authentic to the story. So
It was authentic. It just that how it ended kind of didn't make sense because like I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody who haven't seen it, but it shouldn't have. It should have ended the way that the comic ended it because
I
like
see.
Yeah.
And also making it a two-parter was kind of weird too, in
Yeah.
my opinion, because it was good, but it like the best two-parter was Batman Returns, like Dark Knight Returns Part 1
the
and
Dark
2.
Knight Returns.
Like
Okay.
that was really well done, but then they're like, "Oh, we got to do another two-parter." It's like, Long Halloween was good, but it could have been a good
Yeah.
single movie. It didn't have
And
to
I
be a-
also
love
on the
those Hush books.
just I'm sorry I didn't mean to
No, you
interrupt.
good?
The rumor is that they're going to be doing the Nightfall.
Yes,
Batman
that's
Nightfall
not a
animated
rumor.
movie.
They actually confirmed that.
As long
They're
as they
gonna-
do
they're
it
gonna
right.
that. Yeah, as long as they do it right with Bane, who I don't want to get into that.
Nightfall has to be at least a two-parter, but it has to be a good two-parter.
Yes.
It can't be like, y'all know the story.
First one has to end with Bruce getting his back broke.
Oh man,
Has to
Oh,
be.
that's the story where
Oh,
he
It
yeah.
has to be it. Yes.
I remember that. I have that comic
That boy,
somewhere.
that boy Bane had him strung out.
Oh,
Just
I don't want it to end that way. I want that to happen in the middle.
the
'Cause
first one.
Yes, because I want to see the guy coming in taking his place.
Paul?
Yeah, I want to see John Paul Valley come in taking his place. So you end with that, where the point where it's like, I have to come back because he's fucking up the Batman name. Then you can have an entire movie about his comeback journey and comes back and eventually takes his mantle back. If you end with it the back broken, that means you got a whole bunch of stuff to squeeze into that next movie. Because
Yeah.
he's got to recoup. Dude's got
That's
to start
true.
going way too far and stepping over the line and killing people and all
That's
that.
true.
Then Bruce has to come. It's like, no,
Okay.
we already know it happens.
So
Damn it.
basically, the first act is Bane is stringing him out.
Yeah.
The second act is he fights Bane, gets his back broke.
Yep.
The third one is when Azrael takes over.
Yeah.
Wait, Azrael.
Yeah.
So here's another question then I got for y'all. So if by any chance Marvel decides to get back into animated, movies or whatnot, would it be cool if they decide to do Maximum Carnage?
No,
They're never gonna do it
No.
like the
no, I don't think it would be good. Although them doing animated Spider-Man would be pretty cool. Sony would have to champion that, and I just don't think they would.
Sony only has movie rights.
Sony Animation would do it. Like, so if we're talking movie, if we're talking
because that's movie rights.
yeah, it's a movie. So if we're talking movie, they would probably.
Why? Oh my god. Okay, what you saying that? All right, so I saw a TikTok not too long ago. And the reason why we've been getting shitty Batman side stories is because of that whole we weren't trying to keep Spider-Man licensed, so we got to make something competent.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the heck do they do those crappy live action movies where they could have just pulled from the comic books and done the comic book lines and stuff? That would have kept the license with it and not have? Or is it specially has to be live action?
No, I don't think it specifically has to be like.
And that
It probably has to be. Well, it's not so much that it has to be live action. It's just live action makes more money than animation.
They,
When
but
it-
see,
for
the thing is,
certain-
they don't
certain
have
things.
to. They're not trying to make money on those. They're just trying to keep the license. You saw Madam Web. I watched it. It was the Terminator. If the Terminator was written by a pigeon swimming in chocolate milk.
Wolverine Solid X actually brings up a good one. I do want to pivot to Lanterns, but before we do that, I am absolutely stunned that none of y'all said the worst DC animated movie was that fucking Injustice movie.
I didn't watch it.
Injustice was terrible.
Injustice was rushed, but Injustice again. It's okay. It's evil Superman. All right, fine. Like whatever. We've done that before.
It was poorly animated. It was rushed. It was just everything about it was just terrible.
Oh, Plastic Man was pretty fun. He was. Plastic Man was fun. They let Plastic Man actually do something in that film.
They
It
did.
was
They
interesting.
did. They did.
And certain people got killed in certain ways and got dead wings. It was all sorts of interesting things. Injustice wasn't great, but it sure is. I mean, the problem is Injustice was a 5-year comic book story.
Yeah.
You can't do that in a movie,
Yeah.
in a single movie.
Mm-hmm.
The games did a great job, kind of condensing it, turning it into a story. But
It
like,
was a game. So
yeah. But like that particular like I have all those arcs. I have that entire run. That's you can't tell that in a 2-hour movie.
Mhm.
That needed a part 2.
that Injustice comic run, if y'all have never had it or never read it, I recommend it to you. It was absolutely fantastic. The Lanterns trailer got leaked earlier today, so James Gunn was like, well, y'all manifested it, here it is officially, and went ahead and released it. Thoughts?
Looking forward to the show.
So you saw it and you
Yeah.
okay.
I really think you should have been in it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. After what Neil
Adams.
Adams said, most definitely. But I don't get what the heck is going on. I don't understand. He's going through his training. First, why is he training on Earth? I don't get it. The ring hasn't accepted him yet.
So
I don't get it.
I mean, I assume that's why he drove him off the cliff.
So the thing is,
If you haven't seen the trailer, sorry.
No, I watched the trailer.
No, I'm saying I'm talking to the
Okay,
people.
then you better
Talking
watch
to the
it.
chat.
so no, he is training John to be his replacement because Green Lantern rings only transfer to the new owner when the old owner is dead,
Yeah.
or when they retire. Hal being older and training John as his replacement, he doesn't have his own ring, so he basically has to train him on what it's like being a Lantern.
Oh.
And because John can't go to space, that's why they're on Earth, and that's why they're doing
All right. Hold on.
I have a question too.
it.
I just want to know real quick because me being not the well-read comic book, I watched most of that stuff.
Right.
Watched this stuff, but you had Al and John Green Lanterns at the same time. Are they changing that up for this story specifically? Because there was 3, I thought,
Right.
all at the same time.
Because I do want to ask the
They
expert.
did come later. John was first. Go ahead.
So to
go
the
ahead,
expert, Simon says, my question to you is, sir, is that how it happened? Because from my limited knowledge, that the ring chooses the person. So how are they training this guy if the ring is supposed to choose the person? Help me, sir.
So the ring does choose the actual wielder.
Damn it, James Gunn.
However, in the story between when they first introduced John, he actually had his own ring.
Son of a.
And he was, at the time, I think it was Hal Jordan was
Captured or incapacitated.
captured or like somewhere, and he was, well, technically, Guy Gardner should have been the original Green Lantern over Hal Jordan. However, Hal Jordan was just in the proximity of when Abin Sur died. So that's how that worked. That's how Guy Gardner became the third Green Lantern. I digress. John Stewart became that one because Hal Jordan was indispensable and they needed a replacement for him for that sector. So that's how he got his ring. And this is, I guess, the story, how they're doing it is that he is the new replacement for Hal Jordan, and that's how the reason why they train, like you said, why they're training on Earth, because he can't
go to space.
He can't go to space.
It's like it's only one ring and they're sharing a ring.
Correct.
Right, but again, I don't, I enjoyed Peacemaker. I enjoyed what he did, what James Gunn did for Bloodsport, and everybody else. But I don't. If in fact they're killing, I don't understand why. Again, the show hasn't come out, but if for John Stewart, because in all of our lifetime, thank you, Dwayne McDuffie.
Yes.
In all of our lifetime, like we saw them together.
Yeah.
And they equally did not like the Guy Gardner guy.
Nobody likes Guy.
So to now see this show, to see our, clearly Aaron Pierre in this show can't be too old. So if Hal's supposed to die, I don't.
Retire.
Well, but okay, or even retire. But it's like they've worked together as lanterns. Like why change that? I mean, and I'm sure Jeff Johns, that's Jeff, right? Who writes for the I'm sure he had some input. But I just, to your point, if you have it already on paper, on animated film, if that's such a thing,
why deviate?
Why deviate? And the show is probably going to be fantastic. But I'm just saying, yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. They should, just model it after what we've been reading. However, how I'm like interpreting it, it's gonna be like a buddy cop thing where it's like, oh yeah, I'm the grizzled veteran, I'm too old for this shit, and then the new guy's coming along and he's trying to like, oh yeah, man, I could do this better than you. So let me have the ring.
Kind of what it looks like.
But then, what was that? 2 years ago, Aldous Hodge is John Stewart, and wasn't Hal? Wasn't he alive in that animated?
He was. He had turned evil.
What are they doing here? Who's in charge?
They hold on. They in that one anime, they skipped that whole and turning Parallax really quick. They didn't even.
They created their own story.
Yeah, they created their own story. They didn't even go off the whole thing where how he became Parallax in the comic books, where the Emerald Twilight storyline. Mm-hmm. They just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna jump all the way to Parallax and don't even explain it." And again, I didn't like that. I just said, whatever. I watched
enjoyed the story for what it was.
It was fine, but again, it just like. Just skip things and made it a little bit more complex than it needed to be.
Yo, man, shout out to Aldous Hodge. Aldous Hodge is a fucking huge anime fan.
So, and I don't know if the powers that be at Warner Brothers wonder why they're behind, but it's stuff like these inconsistencies. Like it's you're on the same team. Like there's not a conversation. Hey, we're gonna make an animated Green Lantern movie. We're gonna use a talented working black actor in Aldous Hodge. Now, granted, scheduling for Alex Cross, maybe that got in the way with HBO. Who knows? But he was already Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Oh,
who cares about that Hawkman? Let him be John Stewart.
But that's the thing.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Nah, man.
And that's still James Gunn He was Hawkman
you know
under
what?
James Gunn,
You know
right?
what? Hold on,
I
hold on,
think
hold
that
on,
was
hold on,
the Snyder.
hold on.
The Rock was doing
Pause.
that.
Pause. Fuck all that.
Uh-oh.
Because they let Jason Momoa be Lobo after he was Aquaman.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that
oh,
bullshit.
man.
But
that
one
was
is
gonna happen.
the dude that you hate, and then the other one is James Gunn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah.
You got a point.
Right.
Here's the only thing that I didn't necessarily like about the Lantern show. I already had some misgivings about the show being on Earth, because if it's about Green Lanterns, why in the fuck aren't we out in space and doing shit?
The space
That's-
is expensive.
And then I get that. I get that.
And it's
I'm
a buddy
sure.
cop show.
And it's a buddy cop show.
Lethal
They could have done
Weapon.
that in space, but I digress.
It's
I
the
will
Lethal
let
Weapon.
that ride. But the other thing is, Simon says, back me up on this. Green Lantern suits are not practical. They are generated by the ring. Why the fuck is that shit hanging up in the closet?
was
We've
kinda weird,
done this before,
Yes, because
and it failed.
I don't care about that fucking Ryan Reynolds shit.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. We've done it
Wait.
before,
No, wait.
and it failed.
Now, wait, no.
And this is a TV show.
I got you. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
See,
wait,
now you
wait,
so now
wait,
you hit me
wait.
with this
Come
budget
on now.
caveat.
Yeah,
Wait,
come
but it's
on
HBO. But granted,
Exactly.
but HBO don't even know who owns HBO anymore. But this is what I will say to as a rebuttal. It could be they made Bloodsport work with the nanotech. So
in a movie.
it's still an HBO. If they got dragon money,
Uh-huh.
they can make it. They can make it work. All I'm saying is, from a nanotech standpoint, and even in Peacemaker, they
Bloodsport is
they
the guy
used a
that-
couple dollars.
Bloodsport is the guy that Idris Elba played
Correct.
in the second.
The
The
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Excuse
The
me,
Suicide Squad.
you don't
it was
know?
Bloodsport?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was something else.
yeah, it is something else.
I thought it had
Bloodsport.
I thought his name was like Ricochet or some shit.
Oh my God!
We had an opportunity
No
for
way.
another T-shirt, but
No
you know
way.
what? You know what? No, I need. I'll
Wait,
off air.
So let me ask y'all this then, because like y'all said that they showed the suit in the damn locker. So is Sinestro gonna roll up in his own suit? He's gonna like.
I
just,
thought it was like at the back of his closet. I thought
It was.
Oh, okay.
And that shit was faded.
So Sinestro's gonna like just like pull his shit off the rack and just like roll up.
again.
He's gonna have to wait and see. I guess.
It's the inconsistencies in that company.
No, it's the fact that they don't have Disney money.
But
They-
they could have.
They-
They could have. They
It's
got.
HBO. They got money.
Well, no, apparently not.
They
Because
don't have-
They did Game of Thrones.
oh no,
man.
I don't disagree. I'm
still
just
paying
saying
for them
But
drags.
HBO
Game of
don't even
Thrones.
own HBO, so that's the issue.
That's what I'm saying. They're in a position where they have got too many different variables about who owns them that they don't have Disney money. Disney money is Disney money. When we want to do when Disney decides that, hey, we want to do XYZ in this show, guess what? It happens.
Because him to have that ring, like you said, if it's budget concerns, fine. But Bloodsport, he grabbed the helmet, it did the nanotech thing. So I'm saying to your Ryan Reynolds, everybody hated that suit. I understand.
Yeah.
But from this standpoint,
Good reason.
20 years later, technology,
I understand.
I'm not saying it would be nanotech. It would be, I don't know, Green Lantern tech or lantern, whatever the case. But I didn't even peep the fact that, even when I saw it, I was like, why is it just hanging up? But I didn't even think about the fact that they don't have uniforms. They just kind of bloop, and then it,
No,
You didn't
absolutely.
see a fucking single
Absolutely.
construct. You didn't even see green
you know
around
why?
around
You know
Hal
why?
when he was flying. Like,
You know why?
why?
They do not want the audience to be able to prejudge it based on their previous failure.
They don't want no
Green
Sonic
Lantern as a franchise for anything that's not animated is toxic until this works.
I'm gonna tell you what's toxic.
And on top of that, it's probably a Highlander thing. They probably are going to put, because remember you said leaked, right? It
Yeah.
probably wasn't ready to be out there, and it was like, shit. Now we got to put this out there,
Yeah.
so they didn't put the special effects in. Maybe
I'm gonna tell you what's toxic. This is all. I'll never forget. This is all stemming from a company that wanted to make a Superman movie, but not be about Superman.
Oh, you mean the spider?
No, I mean Nicolas Dead, that Nicolas Cage movie. They
They
wanted him
wanted
to be
the spider.
as far away from Superman as possible. Whoever that man is, he's still writing checks in that building somewhere. Because these inconsistencies, it's out of control.
Again, it's like I said, it's one of those situations where this this franchise or this property has to prove itself again.
Clearly, they on the phone with Microsoft, and they be sharing advice with one another, dropping the ball.
No, but for real, think about it. That Green Lantern movie cost a lot and lost a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
And they did everything that now Simon Says can tell me I'm wrong, but in my opinion, from a Green Lantern standpoint, showing Oa, showing a bunch of different like types of Green Lanterns and everything, they did everything that a Green Lantern fan would want to see in that film. It just wasn't good. I don't know if Simon agrees with me on that or not, but they went through pretty much, they checked every single box at the time of everything that a Green Lantern fan might want to see in a Green Lantern film, with the exception of putting Parallax as his first
that
enemy.
was whack.
That was just stupid. But
I'm
tell me
interested in
I'm
hearing.
wrong.
Yeah, I'm
tell me I'm
interested in
wrong
hearing this.
because
Yeah.
they threw a lot in that movie from a pulling from the comic book standpoint.
No, they did everything right. Like I said,
Did everything right?
Did you like the movie?
They did
No, I
everything
didn't-
right?
I didn't like the movie. They did everything right. They Green Lantern, the suit, the oath, Oa. They had the Guardians. They had everything. Kilowog. They had all the characters there. They
They
just
had all the elements. Okay, got
yeah,
it.
they had all elements. Sinestro, he was a Green Lantern. Everything was correct. However, they just skipped ahead to like everything that could have led to sequels.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh yeah, we're going to create a ring made of fear. It's like, no, that was he discovered that on another planet when they exiled him. Parallax was still in the central battery. They didn't. They just say, oh yeah, he's a known entity. He's like, no, that shouldn't have been.
They jumped the gun.
They jumped the gun.
Never, ever forgive them for wasting a golden opportunity. You had Ryan Reynolds, who, even though he played Hal Jordan, kind of wacky and funny, being Ryan Reynolds, they had fucking Mark Strong as Sinestro.
They did,
He,
and that was a young Mark Strong.
he was perfect.
Yeah.
He was perfect as Sinestro. If they had him and Sinestro paired up and follow, like you said, the inconsistencies. If they had done the buddy cop thing with him and Sinestro, because him and Sinestro were best buds as partners until Hal discovered what Korrigar was like, and he saw that Sinestro was a dictator and basically was controlling him. That's when that shit flipped. That would have been a perfect first movie.
Who wrote it? That's what
don't
we'd have to
remember.
look at.
I think Jeff Johns, but he was.
Oh, so
yeah,
so
he
that
didn't have the
means-
pull.
So that's
Yeah,
Somebody else
interfered
interfered with that.
He was like the liaison,
Oh.
and then like whoever like was in charge didn't even like he basically ignored him.
using John Carter.
Never,
So-
ever forgive them.
So you'd have to look at who wrote it, who directed it, and then what other projects they did. Similar to if we followed the stench of Goyer.
They wasted Angela Bassett as
You know what I'm saying?
Waller.
Shouldn't have been Amanda Waller.
She shouldn't have
anyway.
been.
But the Fall of Marvel is saying the Green Lantern should have been the ride along in space.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Again, this property has to prove itself.
Yeah.
Any investor that's sitting on waiting to find out who's going to go where with their stocks sees Green Lantern, they're like, "Oh, you mean that movie that failed?" I don't know if I really want to put any money behind this. Don't matter.
It's
2011.
gotta
It
be
doesn't
released.
matter.
Yeah. 2011?
Green Lantern has that stench.
For sure.
Deadpool made fun of it.
Yeah, he did. When he
And
killed
that's
him.
went back and
Went
killed
back
himself.
and killed
Yeah, that's what I'm
himself.
saying. Until this show proves itself, Green Lantern as a property doesn't mean anything to people.
15 years.
Not
since Green Lantern came
in
out.
film. If in animation and comics and all that, it's always going to be great. But until they actually get it right, it's like, okay, nobody's going to put a ton of money behind it. That's why this show is set on Earth.
Okay.
That's why we're getting the training, thing. Now, to Dido's point, maybe they haven't finished, the trailer truly and had all the constructs. Maybe there's another one coming, as far as trailers and all that sort of thing go. I think they just use it as an excuse for a white man to drive a black man off a cliff in the trailer.
In the Grand National of all cars.
So I think, I thought that was funny as hell.
Yeah,
but
man.
who knows what it's going to be. Again, we're dealing with a trailer that wasn't supposed to be released yet.
In the Grand
It
National.
got dropped because it got leaked.
And I'm wondering, like, why Grand National?
Well, you know.
What, is it a Kendrick? Is he Kendrick? I don't.
Again, DC's next drop is going to be Supergirl.
Yep.
We'll see what happens with that. Lobo's going to be fun because Jason Momoa is basically playing Jason Momoa, so that's going to be fun. And then this drops what, in August?
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a long ways off. Now,
It is.
I'm sure it's done filming, but they are working their ass off on effects probably right now as we speak.
And they clearly getting into some scuffles.
Yeah.
You know, you got Dirty Police. But now, what I'll say when I saw it, I said it's just like the Netflix show.
So, and I guess that's the other thing too. Is like I got to see the show because it's hard for me to believe Hal Jordan, equipped with a power ring, is going to face any kind of real threat on Earth.
They face threats on Superman fights threats on Earth all the time.
But they were
Literally.
Superman level. Okay, all right, fair. Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
you know
All
what
right,
I'm saying?
fair.
Superman
Fair,
hangs
fair,
out.
fair,
He
fair.
hangs out in Metropolis.
I withdraw.
I mean, listen, even if they got to break
withdraw.
up some a bunch of people in the backcountry cooking meth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, your first mission is your first mission,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
All right, here's what's gonna happen. The villain is gonna have his whole house painted yellow with lemonade.
It's yellow.
Chilling. It's like, hey, I got you now, motherfucker. Do something.
Well, if you go all the way back, Green Lanterns couldn't affect wood either.
Yeah, they couldn't. That was
He
that was
hit with a
another
baseball
weakness.
bat. He's gone.
That's
Uh-huh.
it.
Baseball bat, my weakness.
A wooden gun. You killed me with a wooden gun.
I think the butterflies are gonna be back.
That's funny.
Maybe that's why they don't
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
butterflies.
But so much great stuff. I'm just thinking back to that All-Star Batman
Robin.
book when they painted that room yellow and beat the hell out of Hal Jordan. Oh man. See, but then you have that, right? So then we have young Hal, you know what I mean? And now here's old Hal again. All right, man.
Yeah.
I have to wait and see. It could be
For sure.
really good.
Oh, no, I'm sure.
Like, I bet you nobody
Yeah.
cared about the Penguin until we watched it. Like, Penguin, come on.
That's true. You know what? That's a damn
And then
good
you watch
point.
the Penguin,
but-
though.
That's a damn good point.
But we
That
saw him in the movie though.
We did see him in the movie. He didn't have a big role in the movie.
But he was solid in that movie.
He was, but no one
like
really
a
was
penguin?
checking to say a TV show about the
The
penguin.
I
Come on,
I
man.
disagree because of the Penguin in the Gotham show, and then you look at,
I don't watch
and then you look. See, there you go.
Gotham lost me because they start putting Batman villains in the show that didn't pop up
That's
until
it.
Batman was Batman.
I don't
right.
disagree.
Yeah.
But people liked the Penguin's character in that show.
Yes.
But again, the inconsistencies. But the limited time that Colin Farrell did have, I mean, he
was Captain.
oh man, yeah, he had it.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was great.
He was you know,
Whoa,
when they,
hold on there.
I got you. I got
like,
you.
he had it. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I can
And then
watch this TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Batman
it was
walked in.
amazing. The best DC TV show I've personally seen in my
Krista
opinion.
Milani is Safina.
Yeah. And then Batman walked up on him.
yeah.
Are you in good hands? That little upside down shot. I was like,
Oh man.
No, that movie was good though.
I
And
loved
the show, and like you said, the Penguin show was great. I'm looking forward. Aren't they? They are doing a season 2, right?
I don't know.
I believe so.
Anything.
Yeah. I thought they said
I
that
think
was
he
one
did
thing
say
that
so,
survived.
I know he wanted a break from that,
Oh, hell yeah,
that
yeah.
makeup
Yeah,
in that
that's-
suit.
that's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to break from
That
for
suit
sure.
was probably a workout and a half.
Yeah.
Just in
Yeah,
and of
100%.
itself.
All right, we're about 15, well, almost 20 minutes over, so we're going to end the show right there. Come back next week for another great episode of Culture Junkies Live. Thank you for hanging out with us all this time. For my friends, the Great Attitudes, GGQ,
Mega Sean.
and Simon Says. We'll see you all next week. Have a good one.
Wait, hold on before you go.
Uh-huh.
Make sure that y'all check on your strong friends. You never know how somebody's feeling, so just reach out and check on your people. Make sure everybody's straight.
Yeah.
You know.
Good advice. Good advice. Take care of each other.
That's it.
All right. Peace out.
That's all I got.
Anytime.